Imagine spending 40 years of your life training to be a hero, only to realize real life is not a TV show. Since he was a kid, Jim was obsessed with Kamen Rider. While other kids were playing pretend, he was out there acting like he had a full-time contract with Justice, fighting an imaginary evil organization called Shocker. But here's the twist. He wasn't pretending. Every single day, this guy trained by the river like he was preparing for the Olympics of punching evil. Practicing poses, practicing kicks, practicing transformations. Full commitment. Zero chill. By high school, things got intense. When some delinquents attacked a girl, Jimus didn't hesitate. He jumped in like a human explosion and beat them down with terrifying force. Problem solved, right? Wrong. The next day, an entire rival school showed up demanding revenge. Dozens of enemies. Normal people would run, not Jimus. He struck a dramatic pose, basically yelling, "It's morphin' time" in his own way, and charged in like a man who forgot what fear is. And somehow, he won. But instead of cheers, people were horrified. Even the girl he saved ran away from him like he was the final boss. That's when it hit him. He would never be a real Kamen Rider, because in the real world, there is no Shocker. Fast forward 23 years. Now 40 years old, Dojima finally gives up. He sells his entire collection, accepts reality, and retires from his lifelong dream of being a masked hero. Sad ending, right? Nope, because reality decided to glitch. A wave of crime suddenly appears, robbers wearing Shocker masks. Yeah, that's Shocker. Then during a festival, real gangsters wearing those masks attack a stall. The owner begs for help, and something inside Dojima just snaps back online. Tears in his eyes, he buys a Kamen Rider mask like it's his last save point. And charges in. What happens next? Decades of ridiculous training suddenly become terrifyingly useful. His punches, brutal. His kicks, certified nightmare fuel. His commitment, mentally unstable. In a good way. He absolutely destroys the criminals. For the first time in 40 years, he actually becomes a real hero. Now he's all over the headlines, like a low-budget superhero who accidentally became canon. Meanwhile, another story begins. A girl grew up inspired by a legendary heroine from the Kamen Rider world. But everything changed when she discovered that her idol died saving Kamen Rider stronger. As a child, Yuriko adored heroes. She did the poses, the transformations, living her best fantasy life. Until one day, she found a mysterious VHS tape. Episode 30, the forbidden episode. In it, her favorite heroine sacrifices herself in a dramatic final attack. Yuriko? Emotionally destroyed, crying, shaking, questioning reality, probably yelling at the TV. But then her father drops a plot twist. That heroine didn't die, and actually, you were named after her. Boom! Origin story unlocked. From that moment, Yuriko makes a promise. She will carry on the legacy of a warrior who never gives up. Years later, she's now a 24-year-old teacher. Everything seems normal, until one of her students, who is way too in love with her, decides it's the perfect time to confess his feelings. Romantic, right? Wrong again? Because guess who shows up mid-confession? Shocker robbers. Again. At this point, it's basically a subscription service. But this time, Yuriko is ready, and she notices something else. That mysterious masked hero from the headlines, Dojima, is already there. So what does she do? She transforms. Right. In front of her student. No warning, no explanation. Just boom. Secret identity gone. The poor kid is standing there like his brain just got unplugged. Wait, my teacher is a superhero? Yuriko doesn't care. She immediately jumps into action and even pushes Dojima aside like, "Relax, Grandpa, I got this." The gang leader mocks her, calling her childish. Big mistake. She responds with a classic hero move and launches the guy across the area like a broken rag doll. But things escalate fast. The leader stops joking and decides to create an actual monster. Yeah, we're doing this now. So when Shocker attacks again, Dojima, the accidental legend, returns. But he's not alone. Yuriko, now calling herself a true heroine, joins the fight. And just when things couldn't get any crazier, another masked figure appears. At this point, reality has officially given up.